Okay, for our last problem, number 35, we again need to simplify a rational expression, except this one's a little bit more difficult than the last one because it involves some fractional powers. But again, like the previous problem, instead of writing the negative exponents, I'm going to rewrite the problem as fractions. So the first term, instead of writing that as the negative exponent, I'm going to write that as x squared divided by x squared plus 2 to the 1/2. So I brought the negative exponent down, made it a fraction. We have minus x squared plus 2 to the 1/2, and that's all over x squared. So this is the form that you need to get it into to start simplifying. So we want to get rid of these denominators, and similarly to how we did in the last problem, what we can do is multiply the entire numerator and denominator by the same factor. That would get rid of the denominators that we have. So we need to multiply both the top and bottom by x squared plus 2 to the 1/2. Because that would get rid of this denominator here. So when we distribute this through, what we get is, first term would just be x squared, because this denominator would get canceled out. And in the second term, we have something to the 1/2 power times itself to the 1/2 power. Remember, those are square roots. So we're multiplying the square root of something times the square root of something. That just gives us that, whatever that inside is. But it's important that you put that in parentheses. So we get x squared plus 2. Finally, on the bottom, we just have these two terms multiplied together. There's nothing we can do with that. So finally, we can do a little bit of simplification with the top, because if we distribute this negative sign, we're going to get x squared minus x squared, which cancels out. So all we'd be left with on the top is negative 2. And we still have everything left in the bottom because none of that canceled out. And now this is as simplified as we can get it. So if you look at your answer key then, that would be answer choice B. Negative 2 over x squared times x squared plus 2 to the 1/2 power.